The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
I want to tell you about my friend Nussi. My friend Nussi works for a diamond company. He assesses diamonds. And he used to go to Antwerp, and then basically, if you know what's going on in the diamond industry, basically the Indians took everything over. I don't mean the Indians with the red paint on their face. I mean the Indians as in India. So now his boss said, you got to go to India to look at the diamonds, before he buys them. So it's not so geschmack to go to India, and he stays in a place, and he knows where the Chabad house is, and he stayed in a hotel, and he had an incident. He had an interest in walking on the hotel. They started chasing him, Free Palestine, something like that. He thought this is it, and an old lady came out of nowhere, and she walked him all the way to the shul. Like your imagination goes, Sarah Bazosher, I don't know, Mrs. Eliyahu Navi, I don't know who said whatever it was. So he promised his wife. His wife said, I'm not letting you go unless you promise me that you stay in the hotel room the entire Shabbos. Okay? He wasn't very happy about it, but he stayed in the hotel room. But in the actual hotel, there's security, there's whatever. And he had ordered from Chabad that they deliver you your food for Shabbos. It comes with a package. You get all your, from soup to nuts to chont, all the things you need for Shabbos. Herring, gala, zwiebelkugel, zwiebelkugels, whatever you have. And Lamaisa, what happened was, the last minute, the ceiling tiles caved in and it was pouring in his room. Came pouring in. So he called the room server and they came up and they said, whoa, okay. We'll take you to a different room, okay? And they said, don't worry about it, we'll bring you up to a suite. We have we'll give you a real good room, like to make up for the fact that his room was under pipe attack. So he went up to this other room and they closed the door. Now you can't, it's already Shabbos, you can't open and close these doors on Shabbos, because it's all electronic. So once you're in, basically you're in the room, unless it's a Kodesh Nefashis, you're not leaving the room, right? And they close the door, and it's like 10 minutes of Shabbos, and he realizes he doesn't have the number to call that should deliver the food here, and in a couple of minutes it's going to be the Zman, and there's no food for Shabbos, he has nothing. And before he's trying to find the number, it was already the Zman. So he was really down. Here he is. He has to do this for Parnasa. He's away from his family. He's like really tzebrachin. And he says to himself, but it's Shabbos. So he says, should I get dressed for Shabbos? For whom? The four walls? He said, all my life I get dressed for Shabbos. But why am I really getting dressed for Shabbos? I'm not going to walk into shul with dungarees and sneakers, which he doesn't wear anyway during the week. But I mean to say, I'm not going to walk in my weekday clothes in the shul, right? So really my culture forces me to dress for Shabbos. But this is going to be the first time in my life that I dress for Shabbos, l'shem Shabbos, because there's no one here to see me. What? In COVID, right, there was a lot of, but then there was Zoom and other things, okay. And like we said, some people isolate together with others because it's more geschmack. So he actually went, so he said, you're right, Shalom, COVID said. So he said he put on his clothes for Shabbos, and he straightened his tie and everything else. And he said he really fell out between me and Shabbos, right? This is surreal. There's no one here to see me. No one's going to know. And then he said he spread like a little handkerchief over the small coffee table, make it look as Shabbos-like as possible. And he had he said he had a box of Pringles or something. He put it on my Shabbos Suda. He had a little bottle of beer. He said, okay, I'll make Kiddush on it. That's my Shabbos Suda. If this is what it is, I'm going to make it work. And then he told me a fascinating thing. He is a tremendous Baal Tefillah. He's a gorgeous Baal Tefillah. I daven in a big shul. Not everyone gets to daven for the Amid there. And I get daven for the Amid many times, but only when no one is in shul, like middle of the night. When people are there, they don't give me the Amid. And I said many times, I was in a bungalow colony once, and someone said, can you go over and daven for Sheikh Hanad? I said, I'm really not much of a Baal Tefillah. Go over. And I went over. I thought I did pretty good. He came over to me after. He said, I see you're an Ish Emes. He said you're not a Baal Tefillah, you're not a Baal Tefillah. So he said he made himself like a stender, popped up a bunch of pillows on one of the tables, and he said, I'm going to daven now the way I daven as if I'm davening for the Amid. It's between me and Shabbos, right? Who's going to hear me? I'm always davening for people to hear me. This is the only time I'm saying. And he said he sang l'chadaydi, he sang the most beautiful niggun, and he went through the whole Kabbalah Shabbos, everything the way it should. Then he's going to sit down to his beer, and someone knocks on the door, and it seems that whoever was supposed to deliver this Chabad package figured it out, that the room was very high in water, and they tracked him to his room. So at the end of the day, they came in with, he had all his food for Shabbos. He has food, but he says, those couple of moments, I have nothing. And it's to me in Shabbos, he says he looks back at it, and he feels that davening for the Amid was the most significant davening for the Amid in his life. It was just, between you and me. And Reb Shimon is all alone in the cave. And as far as Reb Shimon would be concerned, he would be all alone in the cave forever. There was no way out of this. I'm going to make it work. This is where I am. That's really what Lag BaOmer is all about.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org